Hello there, folks. I'm Dan Brown from a sort of interesting life.com, and tonight you're joining me on board good old Narrowboat Tilly. It's all very cosy and the fire's roaring, so much so, in fact, that I've had to shift down the sofa a little bit away from the immense heat that is coming out of that thing. And really, I just wanted to have a little chat about some things that have been going on recently, and these videos, and the future, and goodness knows what else. Now, I recorded this video last night, obviously not this actual video, but I attempted to record a nice short talking to camera video, just saying a few things and rounding things up nice and quickly, which unfortunately turned into a 25-minute recording. So I've gone through that and started to edit it, but it just didn't quite fit because it just went on and on and on far too much. So hopefully we're going to make this one maybe 12 minutes maximum, I'm going to say. At least half what was recorded last night. And really, I suppose I'll just start by saying, over these last few weeks I've had the absolute time of my life. I had almost 3 weeks off work, which, as you can imagine, was just great to just be able to be on the boat or be biking and walking and doing loads of stuff, and knowing that because I didn't have to be in work for 3 weeks, that basically I could wear myself out, I could be as tired and worn out as possible, get into bed at 9 o'clock, sleep straight through, or at least stay in bed until, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the morning the following day, and basically not have to worry and think, oh, I've got to be on my feet for however many hours, like for an 8-hour shift, stacking shelves or whatever. So that's firstly my thing that I've got to say. It's been absolutely brilliant, just boating and biking and doing me massive 23-mile walk and all that sort of stuff. I'm glad that the people who tuned into the 23-mile walk video enjoyed it so much, because I really do love to try and show you some of the places from before I had a boat and before Tilly, and really where I grew up, and the very places that made me fall in love and want to spend so much time out in the middle of nowhere. And basically, ultimately led to me thinking, hang on, a boat that could literally be moving around in the middle of nowhere and having all these great places on the doorstep. So that video, I'm pleased that there's people really enjoyed that one. So thank you very much for tuning in. But really, like I say, it's just been fantastic. And one of the things that has made it absolutely brilliant is the unbelievable amount of people who I've met who know me from YouTube and who read the books and knew me already. And I just cannot explain to you. I mean, yesterday was the perfect example, really, where in the first 2 hours of my little boat trip of about 5 hours plus, coming up from Ellesmere down to Whitchurch, or give or take, roughly those sort of places that I travelled. And honestly, in the first 2 hours, there were 5 different people, or groups of people, however you want to class it, but basically, there were 5 different times that people recognised me. Well, I was just tootling along on my boat, and that was just incredible. And again, I mean, just people all over the UK, people from all over the world. Tonight, I was running back down to Tilly after I just said goodbye to my dad, and even while I wasn't even on the boat, there was somebody taking photos of me as I was running down, and I thought, this is a bit odd. And then somebody on the boat shouts, oh, alright, I've seen your videos. And again, somebody from Canada that was. And I mean, the other day, a couple of weeks ago, somebody went past from Australia, and last week some people who follow me on Twitter might have seen that there was photos of me posing with somebody and all these just crazy things, and it really is just fascinating. Now, the thing that I really want to say about this is that the reason that it means so much more to me than just the general, wow, look at this, what's going on? These people already know me and know all sorts of random facts that even I was struggling to remember, and all that sort of stuff's just amazing. But the thing that really makes it mean so much to me is the fact that because naturally and in real life I'm quite shy, and I'll either be extremely quiet and awkward, or I won't stop talking like I do in these videos to sort of make up for the nervous shyness, and it'll either be all or nothing, that sort of thing really. And the fact that there's so many people out there and on the canal and on different boats and holiday boats and people who walk the towpaths who now have come across these videos and give me a wave and give me a shout and take photos on the boat and stuff like that if I'm not about, and then tweet them at me or tag me in Facebook on pictures of Tilly and all of this sort of stuff. the fact that there's now so many people, like you say, 10,000 subscribers, that's just crazy, who know something about me and who will actively start a conversation. That, to me, that's basically introducing me to people, and numbers of people who I would never ever know in real life if left to my own devices, where I might be like, alright, and I always give people a smile and a wave and a hello if they're passing on boats and things like that. But in terms of actually going out there and proper making friends, I'm very sort of shy, and I'm like, oh, it's scary to try and be a real grown-up and all that sort of stuff. But the fact that there's people who come up to me and speak to me and have got questions that they want to ask about Tilly or biking or what I'm doing and where I'm going, and oh, I saw that video, and there's the fact that people out there may know me is, like I say, I mean, it's terrifying, it's humbling, it's scary, it's every possible word. But it's basically, without YouTube and without these videos, I wouldn't have half of the friends that I have made over the last few years. And that's something that I can't thank you all enough for, whether it's people who just tune in and watch these videos like I always say, or if it's people who send me messages, if it's people who see me in real life and come and talk and all that sort of stuff. It is just amazing. So just thank you so much. And I just want to say now, sort of out of context and out of any sort of basically something that will never fit in any video, that it really has meant the world to me this year in particular, as the YouTube channel's just gone crazy with, like they say, 3 million views and 10,000 subscribers. I mean, as I've said in the past, I'm sure, I am just an idiot with a camera. And the fact that I've been lucky enough to, first of all, run around and enjoy the outdoors and do all these things that I love doing for so much of the time, and then sharing with the world and have so many people actually tune in and look at these things. And like I say, the fact that 10,000 people have gone, oh, here's a video of some random lad. Oh, you know what? I might subscribe and see if he's got anything else to say. That's the crazy thing. It's like somebody tuning in and viewing a video and thinking, goodness me, what's this pillock on about? That's one thing. But then to have somebody click on subscribe and go, you know what? I might want to actually see more. That's the crazy thing. That really is the humbling thing, that I'm like, what? Hang on, this has happened 10,000 times. So, like I say, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's met me in real life. And basically, as I say, I mean, it does come across very frequently how sort of awkward and nervous and shy I am in real life. So the fact that there's people out there who've made the effort to speak to me and have basically brought me out of my shell to such an extent that I never would have in any other circumstance, other than the fact that there's people out there who seem to know an awful lot about me from these videos. So, like I say, I mean, just thank you so much. And really, that then leads into the next section of this video, and that is, like I say, we've had these nice 2 weeks where there's only been 2 videos a week or so. I think there might have been 3 videos in the week just gone, but basically a very reduced level of videos posted to the channel per week. And now we're getting back up for the rest of the year to the more like the 4 and 5 video weeks that you're probably used to or sick of, depending on how you look at them. And I just want to say that it's an amazing thing that some of the messages and suggestions that I get for videos, which, like I say, please do post and send messages and leave comments of video suggestions and things that you want to see, whether it's about boating or the countryside, or even talking to camera videos about if there's topics and things like that that you want me to talk about, or things, I don't know, random stories or anything like, what's your scariest memory? I don't know. If there's anything like that that you want me to do these simple talking to camera videos, then please do leave suggestions in the comments. But like I say though, I suppose going back to, I'm still only an idiot with a camera, and that, as I was saying though, the messages that I get and the suggestions for videos, I am absolutely humbled that people think I have got the ability, the skill, the time and the resources to make some of the videos that people suggest. And I would absolutely love some of these, some of the ideas that people have, and some of the ideas that I've got secretly, obviously, for hopefully maybe sometime in the distant future videos to do. Then I would love to, but unfortunately, like I say, idiot, camera. And so that's what I'm working with basically. And I just want to say that next year, over 2016, I've got a few ideas that over the next couple of months I want to try and put in place and see whether these video concepts work, to try and make more frequent proper videos, like not necessarily the super documentary episode videos, but there may be slightly fewer videos, but I want more of them to show you more things, if that makes sense. But like I say, that's all stuff that I've got, hopefully, 3.5 months to figure out and finally come up with a good solution that will hopefully give you more of the stuff that you like and less of all of the other rubbish that you don't like. How are we doing for time? Oh, 11 minutes. I'm gonna struggle to hit my 12-minute total video runtime at this rate. So really, I just want to say thanks for all the suggestions, and thank you for believing in me and my abilities, that some of these amazing ideas, which I won't share just yet in case some of them do come about and I want them to be a surprise that I can sort of build up to and then be like, right, that video I was talking about, here we go! But again, it's going to be a long time, and something as well that, as I've said before, people seem to think, or some people seem to think at least, that the whole thing of 10,000 subscribers, 3 million views, he must be raking it in, and he does books and all that. And I've got to honestly say, like I've always said, I absolutely love, and I'm saving up money as I go, but I would love to be able to go, oh, you know what, I can write books and do videos and just run off across the country and make enough money out of doing online stuff like some people do. Lucky toe rags. But like some people do, and like, I mean, there's all sorts of things that, unfortunately, I don't think narrowboat sort of stuff is in that general ballpark that would be mainstream enough to have enough people tune in or buy books and that to support for a prolonged period of time at the very least. But one of the things that I've got to say as well, particularly with the books, I mean, YouTube, that's simple. Simply, I refuse to believe that it would ever happen that I could make enough money off YouTube to go off and do these adventures. Like you say, like, when I bought my MacBook at the start of the year to sort these videos and do the audiobook and stuff like that, if I could make, in 1 year, £1,000 from YouTube to cover the cost of the MacBook and break even, basically, ignoring anything else that I spend, of course, then I'm happy with that. And I'm more than happy with that because, as I say, I've been doing videos for many, many years now, and more years before you could get any money off it than since you can make money off it. And one of the things as well that I think really sort of sums up, and it's sort of quite a depressing thing, really. I was listening to a podcast, and from some people who do videos like just games and random chat and stuff like that. And I think between their 2 YouTube channels now, they've got around 300,000 subscribers. And they were talking, and somebody suggested that they could make enough money, or they were doing it for the money and that sort of thing. And they sort of like looked at each other awkwardly, like, oh, flipping heck, yeah, that's not happening. And I thought, flipping heck, if you've got people with literally 100,000 plus subscribers who laugh at the idea of making enough money off YouTube to live on, then that's not a good sign at all for somebody like me. But equally, I gotta say, I didn't want this to be a big part of the video, but 14 minutes almost, goodness me. But really, like I say, I haven't, unfortunately, got the resources to do these amazing, massive documentary productions all the time. Otherwise, my goodness me, you can imagine I would be doing them all the time until you were sick of them. But it's the same with the books, that people seem to think that every new book that I write is like, oh, he's making more money off that. When ultimately, it's like, I mean, yesterday when I recorded the original version of this video, I hadn't sold a single book at that point for the day. Then equally, I mean, it's like in this year there's been like at least one other day where I haven't sold one single book, and that's like I say, there's four narrowboat books out now. And people seem to think that it's like, oh, money, infinite money, the more books he writes, the more he gets. And I can honestly say that at this exact point now, I am further away from being able to do YouTube stuff and narrowboat books and things like that for a living and doing this massive adventure and all that sort of stuff than I was at the start of the year. And it's just unfortunately not the way that the world works, that the more videos I post and the more videos more views that there are and the more books that I write, it doesn't mean it's just more and more money. It's been literally the opposite basically this year. And like I say, I'm definitely not in this for the money, but I do like to break even. That's what I say with buying the MacBook and that sort of stuff. So ultimately, again, I'm just an idiot with a camera. Please, I just wanted to really set expectations that I've got plenty of ideas, and unfortunately, because I also have to do a real job of stacking shelves and live a real life where other things happen, and I mean, over this last couple of weeks, I've paid for my boat licence and paid for the boat safety certificate, and filled up with a bit of diesel. Then it'll be like coal buy-in time and stuff like that, which aren't huge expenses. Well, the boat licence is like, I think, 580 quid this year, but ultimately it's that sort of thing. Like, I can't just do what I once upon a time was doing not too long ago and just pouring all of me money going, oh yeah, get a MacBook, oh yeah, get a new phone and get an iPad so I can do proper editing and stuff like that, which definitely I'm glad that I've got all those things, because I'm doing better videos and more videos than I could have done previous to that sort of stuff. But as I've said in previous videos, it's like, before I was doing all this YouTube stuff all the time, it's like when I first got Tilly, I had a £7.50 phone, and I literally had no tablet. I had a MacBook Air, which was second-hand even when I bought that years before, and I had a £50 camera that I was doing all this filming on, and ultimately that would, if I was still on that setup, I wouldn't have done half of the stuff that I've managed to do and get out to you, and hopefully you enjoy seeing a load of these random videos. Please tell me if you don't. Although there's certainly some people who do tell me that and let me know. But like I say though, really, I just want to say I'm doing my best to try and get around as many ideas that people throw out there as possible. There's some things that will have to wait probably years until they're done, but I cannot thank you enough for the amazing support, and I cannot tell you how much I've enjoyed this year and how much of a part of that enjoyment everybody I've met in real life from YouTube, all of the support and just everything that everybody on the internet and in real life has done for me. And it's like I say, it's just absolutely fantastic. So ultimately, I think I'll finally wrap things up. I think I've gone through everything. Let's have a quick check here. Set expectations, 3 weeks off, did a lot of stuff. What else have we got? Yeah, that's it. I suppose really, once again, just in case you missed it, I'm still just an idiot with a camera. So please set your expectations based around that rather than any of these figures like 10,000 subscribers and so on. I'll keep the videos coming. Then now at this point I think there's about 25 videos completed and a few more bits of footage to edit into more videos. So I will finally bring this video to an end now, and it's rolled on for almost 20 minutes, so I can only apologise, and I'll just say again, thank you for everything. Let's do all the plugs. Right, if you'd like to help me out and support these videos, then please do consider checking out my Narrowboat books. Search Amazon for The Narrowboat Lad, or find links to all of those in the description below. Feel free to also check out the audiobook of my first boaty book, The Narrowboat Lad. I recorded it myself in my nan and grandad's house while they were away earlier in the year, and I had to set up all the furniture and put a blanket over the tops to make a little soundproof recording booth. So do check that out. There's a link to that in the description. You can get it on Audible or from iTunes, and if you get it from Audible, then you could probably get it for free if you can sign up for a free trial. You can have one audiobook for free and then cancel your trial, and you literally will never pay anything. So I say, if you can get my book for free, then please do have a look at it, because I'd rather people listen to it for free rather than not listen to it at all. So go for it. Of course, feel free to add me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, or if you want on Facebook, you can just follow me rather than add me as a friend as well. I know there's about 200 to 300 people who follow me now over there, so again, thank you so much. That's amazing again. And as well, feel free to also like the Facebook page. I do post a lot of general scenery pictures and things like that these days, so hopefully you'll enjoy those if you like these boaty videos and the general outdoors that I tend to post in these videos. I think ultimately though, I will finally stop talking and say, until the next time, have a fantastic day, fantastic week, fantastic month. But ultimately, until then, farewell.